Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Comments or questions?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your enlightening class. I was thinking one thing, that's purport and translation describes that the devotee is compassionate towards somebody who is maybe inferior than or below him. So this comes actually. Sometimes we consider that the actual devotee means one who is a sincere devotee. He thinks that he is very fallen. He is very low, and then when he has to consider that um, may I have to help somebody who is inferior. So now he himself is considering himself very low. How this thought crosses his mind that somebody is inferior than him and then requires some help from him.
Very good. Very good question. Thank you. Humility is different from foolishness. Prabhu, I'm too humble. I'm not qualified to do this service. That is pride. It's not humility. A devotee who is humble and sees himself or herself to be truly humble is bold and submissive. That's humility. He's bold because he can say what is right at all time to anybody without fear, but no pride. He's bold. He's submissive because although he's humble, if he's given a service, he will sincerely do it. So even a devotee can say, yes, I am very, very low. Then we have been given service. The Guru said, go and preach. So we should go and do it. That is a person who sees himself like a menial servant. He was under the instruction of the spiritual master. The Guru said, preach, do Sankirtan. You take the book and go and do it without qualification. Our qualification is the order of the spiritual master given to us. And that shows that we are actually humble. It shows that we are truly humble, that we can accept the order on our head by executing it. All right? Does it make sense? All right. Thank you. Yesterday we were discussing about loving oneself first. How to forgive ourselves when we make mistake, especially when we go ahead when our fault has been revealed. How do we forgive ourselves when we have discovered we have made a mistake? Mistake is not bad. Mistake is not bad because by mistake we can learn. It is bad only if we don't learn. We become too humble that we condemn ourselves for life. Then it is bad. So even though we have made a mistake, or we have discovered we have made a mistake, we should beg for forgiveness, and we should also forgive ourselves. Because if we don't practice forgiving ourselves, we will not also forgive others. And if you don't practice how to forgive other people, we can never be able to control our anger. To control anger, we have to learn how to forgive. So we should forgive ourselves by learning from the mistake we have made. We should learn. Okay, I have made this mistake. I will not repeat it again. So we pray and beg for the forgiveness. Now we forgive ourselves. If you don't forgive ourselves, we will not be able to overcome the fault of always making mistakes. So we have to forgive ourselves, then we can have the strength to overcome the difficulty of making offenses.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you very much for enlightening about the mind, Maharaj. My question is that yesterday you were telling in Kunjabihari Mandir that the first meeting with His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj and the last, the enthusiasm was constantly increasing. That's what you were deeply inspired to see. So when it comes to our life, we may get inspired by seeing different devotees who are representatives of spiritual master. And we may get inspired in initial days, but as we spend some time, 5 years, 10 years, that inspiration may not be there. So how do we, like you said, managerial relationships and all. So how do we constantly be inspired by spiritual master, at the same time, have proper conduct with others when there is not much genuine inspiration from heart? Because it happens as many of us spend more years, the same inspiration which we were deriving from someone is practically reduced or not there. So how do we deal wonderfully in this situation?
In the beginning, we have a God brother or God sister who is inspiring us. So we feel enlivened and enthused to continue our Christian consciousness. In due course of time, we don't see such a level of encouragement from the seniors. So what to do? There is a saying, a true saying. If one road is closed, there are many, many, many more other roads waiting for you. Many. Yesterday I mentioned there is no one of us sitting here that is alone. Nobody sitting here is alone. There are many helpers Krishna has arranged for us. Many. So if we are sincere and serious in our Krishna consciousness, Krishna will show us the next person. If you finish in a class, don't you go to the next class? Huh? If you finish one class, you have to go to the next class. Is it not? There's always a promotion. There is no end to advancement in Krishna consciousness. So if this person is not performing again like before, due to either the fault is coming from me or it's coming from the person. But get another person who is encouraging. There must always be somebody there who is standing ahead that we can see and follow. Always. It's always arrangement made by Krishna for all of us. No one is alone. There's no one that is alone. So if you don't see, we're not getting from this person, get from another person who is encouraging. It doesn't have to be just the devotee in your temple. What are the devotees in other temples? There are many devotees everywhere. What are they for? They are there for us. Take advantage of whatever you can see, whatever good thing you can see in other people that are encouraging our Krishna cause. Take. It doesn't matter from where it is coming. Take it if it is good. This is the advice from those who are civilized. Chanyaka Pandit. If we see gold in the hands of a Sudra, is it a Sudra gold? Huh? Is that Sudra gold? It is gold. Take it. If you see a qualified girl with a Sudra, marry her immediately. Provided qualification is there. Get her immediately. And Rupa Goswami said, he said, although I am not qualified to write this book, because Lord Shiva has given me order to write this book, I will write it anyway. Because even though this book is coming from qualified person like me, what's the problem? Because if a Shudra light a fire, it will not burn. Only Brahmana would light the fire that would burn. Fire is fire. So get it. Light the fire, that is all. You get it. You get your food cooked or you get your sacrifice done. The fire is fire, not the Shudra fire. It is fire. It will act as fire. So if you're not getting it from here, get it there. It's always available.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, here.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, you said that one who is sitting beside us is our neighbor. So we should always behave properly and love him.
Yes.
And we should see him like a soul, part and parcel of Krishna. But we from our side, we would be behaving very nicely with him. But what if he is not behaving nicely?
Your own business is to behave nicely for the person. That is your business. So be focused on your own business. Let that person do his own. If he doesn't do his own, that is his problem. It's not your problem. Your problem is do your own. Because you are going to give account of what you have done, not what he is doing. The account of what you are doing, you are going to give. So do your own. What if everyone is not nice to us? Still, should we treat others nicely? Yes. How did Prad Maharaj treated Hiranyakasipu? Prad Maharaj, how did he treat Hiranyakasipu? Huh? How did Prad Maharaj treated his father? Not because he's his father. Huh? He respected him. And the blessing the Supreme Lord, Nrsimhadeva, gave to him, he said, don't give it to me. I don't need it because I already have you. Give it to this sinful person. So, we should treat the person. How did Haridas Thakur treated the Kazi and the Nawab, Haridas. How did he treat them? Haridas Sakura. Right? We hear about these personalities, so it is story. Is that what we think? This is what we're thinking? 5,000 years ago, Haridas, that's all. Is that all? They have to do with us. That is why yesterday put everything down for us. We have to follow the same process. If it is the same place we are going, we have to follow the same process. What they have experienced, don't think that you're not going to face it. Our karma is not so special than them. So we're going to experience it. Therefore, they are our leaders. And Krishna put them in the front to show us, so that when it is our turn, we will know how to behave to pass the exam. If they are not there, we will not be able to pass the exam. So to help us pass the exam, Krishna, a perfect teacher, made the perfect arrangement for us by using all his perfect devotees to show us the perfect way. And we have to follow that way. While doing japa, my mind becomes a watchdog, always looking here and there. How can I become attentive? We already mentioned the reason why the mind is going away is that chanting is meaningless to the mind. Chanting is not attracting the mind. So the mind is looking for something which is stronger that can attract. That's the meaning. So what to do to make the mind stay with us? Shout at the mind, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The mind, sorry. The mind will be with us. Chant loud. The mind will be forced to hear. The one thing. Second thing. Prad Maharaj taught the process in 5th canto Bhagavatam, and Burijan Prabhu also quoted the same thing in his book, the Japa book you are reading. He quoted the same thing. It's from 5th canto Bhagavatam. Neglect the mind. Do what? Neglect the mind. Disobey the mind. By not giving attention to the mind. Disobey, neglect the mind. Instead of giving importance to the mind, just give importance to the holy name. And the mind will leave you. Third point. Please, always beg. Always beg. We should always pray and always beg for strength to chant. We should beg the mercy, the holy name. We should beg the spiritual master. So there is prayer to pray before japa. The prayer to pray during japa. There is prayer to pray after japa. Begging for forgiveness. The 3 mantras are there. Our immediate authority lies to speak more and hear less. He doesn't follow what he speaks. Okay, so what should we do? What should we do? He likes to speak and hear less. He doesn't follow what he speaks. Hypocrite. This is hypocrite. Speaking more than hearing means there's a lot of frustration in the mind. Therefore, to cover that frustration, is speaking more and more without hearing. So he's not a leader. A leader should hear more and speak less. He's a leader. So what should we do? He is not a leader. So we should not hear from the person. Hear from someone else who can guide you properly in Krishna consciousness. Parents are not devotees, are not favorable by emotional pressure and material attachment. Fear, they're trying to pull us back. Should I be attached? Should I be detached and just pray for them? What should I do? Yes, we should be detached and we should pray for them. We should pray, Christians should touch their heart and make them devotees. Or better still, you should become yourself a serious devotee and your devotion will help them. To become a devotee, even as neophyte, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said he will liberate 3 generations of our family. Just to be a neophyte, 3 generations. And Krishna will take care of them. So it's better for us to become a devotee and Krishna will take care of them. No, who knows 3 generations of his or her family? Who knows? But Krishna knows all. So he will take care. In spiritual relationships, one loves all others, seeing them as devotees, as servant of Krishna. Do they have special relationship with some devotees, even on this platform? Or are all relationships equal? All relationships are not equal. Just like we just mentioned, there are 3 levels here. 3 levels of relationship here. We should learn how to relate with a junior by helping them. We should learn how to relate with them. We should learn how to relate with those who are our equals. And we should learn how to relate with those who are our seniors. Our seniors, we should don't treat them like equals. We should treat them like our juniors. We should treat them with the high respect. We should have the respect for them. We should serve them. So relationships are not the same. A relationship is based on the quality of that person. And since we may not have the power to know exactly what is the level of a devotee, please just treat everyone nicely. Thank you for the class. My question is, you said we have to engage our mind in devotional service. When I do particular service for many times, then it becomes mechanical. Means there is no presence of mind, or mind is not absorbed. However, initially we are absorbed. So why has the mind changed? We have become familiar with the service, with Krishna and devotees, and familiarity is now breaking our absorption in Krishna consciousness because we are taking things casually. Srila Rupa Goswami mentioned in Nature of Devotion that pure devotional service put immediate. It destroys all miseries immediately. So when we come to Krishna with the fire of material energy burning us, we come with enthusiasm, want to become a devotee in 2 days. After devotional service put out that fire, we become complacent. So this is a situation of complacency. So we should not become complacent. we should rather be more purified, because by practicing Krishna consciousness, we should become purified and purified and purified. The advancements we'll be making. We should be making advancement. Because if we don't make advancement, we will become envious of those who are making advancement. And envy is violence. Yesterday you mentioned that bhakti means direct connection with Krishna. But we also learn that we cannot serve Krishna directly, but we have to be with his servant of servant of servant. How to reconcile these two things? If we do our sadhana bhakti very nicely, we will be promoted to raga bhakti, and from raga bhakti we will be promoted to prema bhakti. At that time, you will see Krishna face to face. So no contradiction. You will see Krishna face to face. Yesterday's class, you told that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura told that one Pujari, not Bhaktisiddhanta, is Srila Bhakti, not Thakura. So one Pujari became a ghost. So what made Pujari to become a ghost? Because the Pujari is not serving deity as Krishna. The Pujari is serving deity as idol. He doesn't believe. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 12, purport, right from the beginning, Srila Prabhupada said, there are so many devotees in this movement who follow Krishna. They don't believe Krishna is the Supreme God. And Prabhupada didn't say there are so many demons in the movement who don't believe in Krishna. He said there are many devotees in Krishna consciousness who does not believe Krishna is the Supreme God. Many devotees. So when such a person is worshipping deity, what is he doing? I'm doing idol. Just like Mayavadis, they also worship deities. What is their worshipping? What is their mind in worshipping deity? This is just the means. The deity is the means. When it becomes perfect, when it becomes Brahman, then this deity is zero. So we should not have the same mentality. A deity is not marble. Deity is not stone or wood. It is directly Krishna. My question is how to overcome conditioning of the mind to commit same sinful action again, and even after trying to overcome the tendency, it doesn't go. When we commit mistakes or make offenses, we should beg for forgiveness. Begging for forgiveness is just one part of it. It's not complete. The complete part of begging for offenses to transcend all our mistakes is to obtain the mercy of the person we offend. We simply beg for forgiveness, we will repeat it again and again. If we obtain the mercy of the person, we will have the strength to overcome it. Please instruct and suggest point for how to remain in Brahmachari ashram, lifelong serving Srila Prabhupada mission, and not leave. Brahmachari should be simple. Brahmachari should not keep money. Should be simple, should be clean, very honest, and depending on the authority, you will be transformed. And take the sadhana very, very strictly. Don't be in a class and be answering phone calls or making phone calls. You should hear attentively and try to follow. Try to do service for other devotees. I'm not initiated, so how can I decide when should I take initiation so that I can be loyal to him lifelong? I'm not initiated, so how can I decide whom should I take initiation? You pray to Krishna, ask Krishna to show you whom you should accept as a spiritual master. So Krishna will show you how to overcome lust and repeatedly attacked by lust. Yesterday we discussed a lot about this. We discussed a lot about to overcome lust. If you want to overcome lust, you should develop love for Krishna. That is the opposite. So you have to develop love for Krishna. When your love for Krishna is fully developed, lust will go away. But how do we do that? The processes how to do we discussed yesterday. Beginning from caring for everyone. We should start liking other people, beginning from ourselves. We should love ourselves by keeping the 4 exclusive principles. This is liking ourselves. And chanting 16 rounds, attend all programs here attentively. This is liking ourselves. If you do this, means we love ourselves. Then we can love other people. Then we can go to Krishna. So it has a beginning. My question is, when we are doing chanting, someone comes to us and talk with us about seva, or sometimes not much important talk. Please, doing management in the class is also wolf. And a person who is talking with you in japa is also wolf, because he's disturbing you from chanting. So, someone is coming to talk nonsense things while you are doing japa. Don't listen, just keep chanting. You should be stubborn. Hare Krishna. Stubborn can be used in Krishna consciousness. Be stubborn. Don't give chance to unnecessary thoughts to come to you during japa. That is stubbornness. That is stubborn. Be stubborn. Don't accept. Don't keep the person away, just keep chanting. That's all. If you don't listen, he will go away and give you a chance to chant. If we don't have access to the people to whom we have committed offense and physical harm, how can we obtain their mercy? Then you should pray, and today is a courtesy, do not eat anything or drink water. Just simply chant and beg for forgiveness for the people we know and the people we don't know. Simply chant and hear. That's activity for today. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.